Hello and welcome to Mentoring the Mentors, an institute that accelerates your learning curve. My dear educators, this is Meenakshi, and today we shall discuss CATs, classroom assessment tools. What all different kinds of tools we have to use in our classrooms in order to have multiple assessments. See, we talk about multiple assessments. In that particular video, I have shared with you various ideas, various methodologies by which we will be able to assess our students' learning, through which we will be able to keep a track on our students understanding. So they are the small checkpoints that we can have in our classes. So we can use various kinds of terminology for that. Either we can say CFU, check for understanding, or we may ask they are checkpoints, or maybe they are the formative assessments, CATS, classroom assessment tools, or whatever name we want, we can give it to it. But the objective is to have multiple assessments in various forms in order to assess our students' understanding. Objective kya hai? Objective is to scaffold them, to help them reach the ladder of success. So, my lovely educators, so we are going to discuss various assessment tools. So, my dear educators, here I am sharing with you various CATs like classroom assessment tools. You can also talk about they are the different strategies of teaching, formative assessment, right? I will be sharing this documents link in the description box below. Otherwise, also this is available on the internet too. But my objective was to discuss the same with you. So if you have any questions, you can ask, you can ping in the chat box. I can even discuss these strategies in a separate video also. For each strategy, a separate video can also be held. So just have a quick introduction about these activities. So my lovely educators, the first one is advanced organizer. We have different kinds of organizers in our class assessment. We go ahead with mind mapping, we go ahead with concept mapping, we go ahead with some Venn diagrams, or maybe on my channel you will be able to have number of, I guess, more than maybe 100, even more than that. I have shared different kinds of graphic organizers. So give your students a variety by sharing different kinds of graphic organizers with them. For that, you may please explore my channel. I'll be sharing the links of all those graphic organizers in the description box below. For that, you need to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share in the community, and don't forget to share your valuable feedback in the comment section below. So the first one is advanced organizer, designed to activate prior knowledge and help students become more receptive to the learning that follows. Right? Advanced organizer. Objective kya hai? PK testing. Previous knowledge testing. Right? For that, you can have different kinds of organizer. As I've already shared, number of organizers are there. You can use any one of them. You can also use KWHL charts. K for what the students want to know, what they know. K for what they know already. W, what they want to know. H, how they would like to know. And L, what they have learned. So KWHL. You can use any kinds of advanced organizers, right? And this will help them, the students, to assess their learning. Assessment as learning, assessment for learning. So you can use in any form. They'll be able to have a check on their understanding and learning. And the next one is affinity, a brainstorming approach that encourages less verbal members of a group to participate. First, all the members of the group write responses to the problem or question on separate cards. Then the cards are silently grouped by each member while the others observe. After a discussion, they agreed upon agreement is recorded in an outline and a diagram. So it's about affinity. Affinity, you must have known, like when you stick to one point. So this is a kind of thing, pair share activity as well. But here it's in a different form where the students, they are writing their response only, and they are then discussing the response with the other group members by sharing cards only, by drawing sketches and all, and the final output is also presented in the form of a diagram or an outline. And the next one is air or the talk drawings. Students draw or motion in the air to demonstrate how they will carry out the procedure before they actually do. I mean, just through gestures, they just explain what they have to do, first this and then that, right? So this is how they can be done. Air or the talk drawings, like my daughter draws the same in the air, like she has to write letter A. So then she draws the first, same in the air. Like, is it okay? May I go ahead with that? So this is how, air drawings can be done. Next is agreement circles, used to explore opinions. As students stand in a circle facing each other, the teacher makes a statement. Students who agree with the statement step into the circle, right? Step in. Like, that is a circle. Students are standing outside. If you have shared any one statement with them, like suppose, like today I was discussing with my teachers, and one of the teachers shared that she was talking about living and the non-living things, where she did stand and sit activity. Like, if the given word is a living being, whatever, they have to stand. If it is a non-living thing, they have to sit. So they are sharing their gesture, they are sharing their response through these kinds of gestures. So you can also go ahead with the step in the circle activity. Those who agree to the given statement, if the given statement is true, they can step in the circle. Otherwise, they have to stand outside the circle. This is how you will be able to get to know the collective response. So this is also a form of CATS, classroom assessment tools. Next is artifact strategy. The teacher, before that it was application cards. At the end of instructions, the student write a real application for the knowledge on a small card and submit the card to the teacher. You may give small cards to your students, or maybe 1/4 of the A4 size sheet to your students, and you may ask your student, these are 1-minute papers. On those papers, they have to mention what is the application of their learning, how they will be using their given knowledge in the daily life. So they have to share the same in that paper, and they'll be submitting the papers to the teachers. This can be used as an exit ticket activity as well. If I talk about, next one is artifact strategy. The teacher presents carefully selected objects to the students, poses a problem, and allows the students to collect information about the object and then formulate answers to the presented problem. You are bringing a few objects, like I have already shared with you. I used to carry a magic bag, maybe a surprise bag, a teacher's bag in the class, where there are some surprises over there, something that the children, they don't know, mystery bag we used to say, right? So you are bringing a few things in the classroom, and then you can pose a problem. Let the students explore all the given objects and let them formulate their answer for them. How you can do it? For example, you are talking about food chain, you're talking about food web, and you have got some of the maybe you see maybe 3D forms of some animals, maybe pictures of a few animals, maybe some newspaper readings or cutouts for that, right? And you have explored something and you have displayed the same in a corner on the table. And you have posed a question. Let your students explore that in groups. They're exploring, they are discussing with each other, and then they will be constructing their knowledge based on that exploration. So they are constructing their knowledge. This is what we want our students. Do not regurgitate the knowledge or content. Rather, we want them to explore and construct their own knowledge. And next one is authentic questions. Questions generated by learners in response to natural curiosity about the content. Questions spontaneously asked by the learners without prompting by the teachers. When you are delivering a content, when you are sharing something with your student, you are talking about a topic, and spontaneously some questions, they arise in the mind of the students, and they share the same with the teacher. We want students to come up with such kinds of authentic questions. Otherwise, if the chapter ends and you ask your students, okay, fine, you ask if you have any queries, they do not come up with that. And even if you ask them, everybody has to ask one question each. Even then, some of the questions, maybe they have just asked for the sake of asking questions only, because it is their turn, right? So authentic questions are that strike the mind of the child when you are delivering content, when you are explaining a process, okay, when the teaching learning process is going on. So please do encourage your students to ask such kinds of questions. The next one is book reports, brochure reports, pamphlet reports, and instructional booklet reports. So it's a kind of a factual written summary of the information learned in a document form. So you are presenting your understanding of the content in a different form. You have given a PDF to your students, shared through WhatsApp, shared through your ERP portal, or you have given in a printed format to your student, or maybe you have asked your students to read 2 pages of the given book, and after that you may ask them to present the same in the form of a book report, create a brochure, create a pamphlet, or maybe write a report, or maybe they can generate an infographic also. I mean, that information is presented in some another form, that is also creation level, but when you are adding your inputs also, so the presenting the same after analyzing the same, right? So the same can also be used as classroom assessment tool. Next is brainstorming and discussion, group processes where all ideas are accepted and recorded. So when they are brainstorming, they are discussing something in the group, ask them to jot down their ideas on a piece of paper so that the same can be recorded and later on that same can be referred to. You can also add these things as the evidences of their learning in the portfolios as well, if they are related to the portfolio activity that you have shared in the class with your students. And the next one is the brainstorm writing, a creativity or a problem solving technique similar to brainstorming, but individuals write their ideas. Again, it's like that when you are working in a group, that is collaboration. And suppose 4 students are there in a group. So they are sharing some ideas, they are jotting it down, that is brainstorming. When we want our students, like if 4 students are there, each and every child has to write his or her ideas, everything should be in the written form. This is a form of a cooperative learning where each and every child takes the onus or the responsibility of the group discussion or the given topic. If I talk about the next one is a brochure. So for that, students, they research a topic, then create a brochure to explain the topic to the others. So the same can be done. See, जब हम बाहर कहीं जाते हैं on the roadside, everybody, the people, they keep on standing, they keep on sharing with other salespersons and all. They talk about the brochures, all information is there. Maybe it can be related to anything. Maybe they are talking about an educational institute. Maybe they are talking about a coaching institute. Maybe they are talking about a builder, upcoming building, or maybe a restaurant that has been opened in the nearby place, a new restaurant. I mean, they talk about that. So that is presented in the form of a brochure. So you may ask your students to create their own brochures to present their understanding of the learning. Next are the buzz sessions. They are the small informal group discussions. I mean, buzz session informal, sometimes you may have to have some informal discussions also in the classroom. Every time, no need to divide the students according to a particular learning style or a groups and all. In general, you can have some buzz sessions. Okay, fine, let's discuss today why Mughal Empire has been, you see, removed from the history subject, or maybe other thing, any kind of topics you can discuss, the hot topics you can discuss. For that, you can organize buzz sessions in the classroom. They will help you to have a good relationship with your students. So to foster student teacher relationships, you can talk about various informal topics as well. Now, next one is see for yourself. See for yourself is a collaborative project strategy with 4 components. And the 4 components are challenge, choice, collaboration, and creation. So you are giving the topic to your students, so they are challenging them, right? And let them give a choice, let them pick the given topic. I mean, you should give, here we talk about voice and choice, and then let them collaborate and let them create. So you have to give this kinds of choices to your student. This is a collaborative project strategy. The same we shall discuss in detail as well, so that you will able to understand these all the 4 parts with examples. Next is carousel brainstorming. For that, I have already shared a complete video on my channel. This is a cooperative learning strategy given by Kagan. And in that, what happens is subtopics or the questions about a topic are posted throughout the room. And student groups, they brainstorm as they visit each of the topics, right? Suppose you have posted 5 topics or 4 topics in the 4 corners of the room. You have divided your students in 4 or 5 groups. Then each group visits each corner, reads the given topic or the questions, and they brainstorm about that. And they move to the another corner, right? This is a kind of a carousel. At a carousel, as a carousel moves round and round, or it moves, you see, up and down. So it's like that. It's a carousel strategy. You can go ahead and explore my channel for this activity too. And I'll be sharing the link in the description box also for your convenience. My lovely educator, the last activity that I'll be discussing in this video, it is case studies or maybe the scenarios. Case studies are the real life problems that have arisen in the life or the workplace that students must solve. Can also be used to explore interpersonal relationships. You know, under health and wellness program that we are already have started for our students, we have been attending various sessions also for health and well-being, and you can explore the different videos on my channel too for health and well-being, health and wellness. So my dear educators, in that various case studies are already given. You can discuss those case studies with them, or let them come up with various case studies related to the topic that you are discussing in the class in any of the subjects. So make sure you use these CATS classroom assessment tools, and don't forget to share your valuable comments in the comment section below. But stay tuned, because it's not enough, it's not over. We have got lot many other cats also that I will be sharing in the upcoming videos with you. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.